mean, that's the truth. I mean, the reason why these cannabinoids work in the body the way they do is because, obviously, in the 60s, there was an Israeli scientist called Raphael Mechoulam, who's regarded as the godfather of cannabis science research. And he was actually funded by the American government for 50 years, behind the scenes to study cannabis and what was it about cannabis that caused people to have this psychoactive effect. And so that was what he was really interested in. That's what they were interested in primarily. And then that's where basically they isolated, I think in 1965, the THC molecule, which is the one molecule one cannabinoid out of 150 cannabinoids that they've now discovered that is psychoactive. All of the other ones, they don't have any psychotropic effect. They're very well tolerated, don't have any potential risk of abuse or anything like that. And so it was from there that they then they'd already isolated, funnily enough, CBD before that in about 1945. CBD is the one that a lot of people are hearing about now, and it's got huge, powerful antioxidant effects and anti-inflammatory effects. And so it was after that, of course, they didn't have any interest because they found this molecule, but it didn't really do anything psychotropically. So he then obviously found the THC molecule, and then it was in the 90s that they continued the research to try and understand why this THC affects people differently, because obviously people have different effects with it, right? They then discovered the endogenous cannabinoids that we create, which is, one is called anandamide, which they've named, which actually comes from the bliss, the Sanskrit word bliss, which is ananda. And that's because it's very much responsible for feeling the good feelings that we have of our mood and what have you. And then they found the second one shortly after that in 1995. And of course, during that discovery, found all of these receptors, that these endogenous molecules that we create naturally from as early as the 16th day of gestation, believe it or not, it starts to form.